What if I told you that pretty much everything that you've learned about cultivating self-love is missing the point? You've been told to add more self-care, you've been told to journal, meditate, do more things, add them to your list, and every time you do, they feel like things to do on your to-do list, and you feel a little bit of elevation and relief, but altogether, they don't really come to the root of the problem. Well, it's because the mindset behind those things is not right. And today we're going to discover what the mindset is that can help you to build self-love, lasting, eternal self-love. Because it's a cultivation between you and you, but if your mind isn't right, none of the self-care is going to come to fruition to help you. So, stick with me to the end and we're going to discuss how you can cultivate self-love with the right mindset and one emotional shift. It all starts by understanding the trap that we've all fallen into. We're told that action can fix anything. We're told that if we take action, everything will follow. And so we apply that to our self-growth. We get on the self-growth treadmill. We decide, okay, action is so important, so I'm going to journal, so I'm going to meditate, so I'm going to maybe go to yoga. I will go for a walk in nature just like they said, right? And those things do help a little bit. But what's missing behind them is the intention. And the intention is the driver. So what is our intention? Well, our intention is to love ourselves. And the missing point of it is that we have to be unconditional with our love of ourselves. We have to allow ourselves not to love ourselves after we get off the treadmill, after we've achieved something, when we've lost weight, once we have the partner, when we're perfect. We have to offer ourselves the mentality and the mindset of loving ourselves through self-care in a different way, loving ourselves here and now exactly as we are. So once we do that, instead of self-care being fixing all the calories we ate last night or journaling to fix something broken inside of us or to make us better, and meditating to try to figure out ourselves because we don't know what's wrong with us and why we can't have peace. Once we shift the mindset to loving ourselves exactly as we are with acceptance, unconditional acceptance of this here now, your body as it is, your environment as it is, your job as it is, right? And you know what? We can love those things about our lives even if we want something different, because guess what? This is just a stepping stone on the journey. And this stepping stone is important. It's making you who you are. And who you are is great. It's not broken. It's not needing to be fixed. And it is perfectly imperfect here and now. And in the here and now, you can love yourself in progress. And once you love yourself in progress, instead of needing yourself to be different, you can go for a walk in nature and allow it to nourish you. Allow it to be out of a place of not fixing you, but uplifting you and nourishing you. And when you do that with that intention and that mindset, it will. When you journal because you're inspired to know more about yourself as you are and excited about the unfolding, then you are going to get so much out of journaling. When you exercise for self-care, instead of chasing down and wanting your body to be different and all of the things, to feel good and feel nourished because you know that you deserve it right here and right now, exactly as you are, ooh, you're going to feel that. And it's going to be more than temporary. And the thing is, it all builds. It all builds. Everything counts, right? So sometimes it takes some momentum to get started. And sometimes we have to work with our mind. What we have to do with our mind is treat ourselves like our own friends, right? You would never talk the way to your friend about the way you talk to yourself about your body. You would never speak to someone like that. It would be mean. It would be abusive, right? You would never speak to someone and say they were a failure. There's no such thing as failure. There are only lessons, and you're learning one right now, and that's why it's perfect. So you have to speak to yourself like you're your own friend. Now, with the mindset that you're not broken, but that you are in progress. So how do we do that? Well, we take a breath when we say something mean to ourselves, and we notice it. So I think over my life journey, I've lost 100 pounds, and it has not been as easy as it was to gain 100 pounds. I will tell you that. But it came from me having a self-belief that something was wrong with me. And then when I tried to lose weight because I thought something was wrong with me and I was overweight, I couldn't do it. But you know how I did it? I loved myself into a more healthy form of myself. It wasn't by counting calories. It wasn't by losing weight mentality or fixing what was broken. It was by living a little bit better every day and believing that I deserved it. So that looked like me taking a walk so that I could get deep, nourishing breaths, because I knew that right here, right now, I am imperfectly perfect and I deserve it. Those walks turned into, let's be honest, better eating and less cookie dough, because you know what? I deserve nourishment, not emptiness, not sugar highs that sabotage. I deserve nourishment. And I wanted that for myself, because guess what? Right here and right now, you and me, we deserve that. If we can radically accept ourselves, if we can love ourselves here and now unconditionally instead of totally conditionally, only if all the conditions are right, and only if we're that model on the screen, or if we're that person with the perfect relationship, or if we have the perfect job and enough money. No, we have to love ourselves in progress. And so when the thoughts would come up, I would take a breath and say, who is that? That voice is mean. So I named him. I named him my mean roommate. Now, before I believed my mean roommate, and I said, I let him take me on all sorts of bad trips and bad rides, okay? He would say, you're not good enough. You're fat. No one's ever going to love you. You're not worthy, right? And deep down, I think that and that we don't belong anywhere are a lot of our deepest fears. I know they've been some of mine. But that's my mean roommate. That's not true. And once I realized, oh, who is talking? If someone else is talking, that means that is a thought that is separate than me. And if that thought is separate than me, then I don't have to believe it. I get choice in the matter. And I choose to talk to myself and to think my thoughts like a friend would. So when they said, you're not good enough, mean roommate comes up, inner critic. We've all been taught that, right? We learned that because we were loved along the way with not unconditional love all the time, sometimes conditional love. You do something good, you're praised. You fail a test, you're scolded, right? A lot of well-meaning people gave us conditional love all along our paths, and we learned to internalize it with our inner critic, our mean roommate. So now that we know that, we have choice. We can start to notice when the mean roommate comes up. And you know why? Because he says mean things that make you feel constricted and that hurt and that make you feel smaller and not bigger. We take a breath and then we replace that thought with a friendly thought. A thought like, you know what? I am worthy in progress and I have a lot to offer. Find something that feels authentic to you. You know what? Nope, I see you. Nope. I can do things in an imperfect way and still feel good about them. I deserve because I exist. Do you know how many miracles coincided to bring you to existence? How could that possibly be a mistake? It's not. So you deserve, you're worthy because you're here. No other reason. You don't need any other reasons. And so with this mindset shift and with these friendly voices, you can tell that roommate, thank you. I know you're trying to help me in some sort of twisted way, not to fail and to survive, but I bless and release you. I have a better way. I assure you, I have a better way to survive now. And I'm going to move in that direction with those thoughts, right? That I love and accept myself right here, right now, as I am. And I'm going to now do my self-care from a place that is inspired to nourish me, not to fix me, to nourish me from the inside out. And when you start to live like that, you get off the treadmill of fix it. We're not in the self-improvement treadmill business anymore, right? Find your intention. Speak to yourself like a friend. Learn to reassure yourself that you are worthy, that you count, that everything is okay exactly as it is, and it's part of your evolution and your learning process. And guess what? You are going to find the self-love and the self-belief and the self-courage and the self-care that is going to guide you to all sorts of new expansion. I cannot wait to see where you go. Thanks for joining me on my journey. And if this content is inspiring to you or helpful in any way, or you think it might be helpful for a friend, please feel free to like, subscribe, or share it. We're all doing this together, imperfectly perfect and in progress, and I'm honored that you took the time to listen.